even in education, we need guidance. You know, we are good learners, and a good learner is somebody who is obedient, who is compliant, And so a good learner is somebody who has understood that, better not mess up with the teacher and not going through the ways that are different from those accepted by the institution. So institution, teacher, there is a tradition. So you go along the lines of what has been taught and you replicate and you replicate and you replicate. It's easy because you have clear guidance. And you look on the internet and all the guides say the same. You can search on any method and you'll find guidance. Why? How is it possible that the internet, they all agree on these methods? Because there was a genius who created the method. We remember the method through the name of the genius. Said genius. And then you have other people who mimic the method and people explain the method of the genius. And then you have websites whose function is to bring people through explaining what they didn't invent, and they replicate. And then you have a crowd of websites replicating. And then you have a horde of people like sheep. And our society is created with these hordes of sheeps. Meh. We are all making the same sound, so we feel good. So happy enough, you may know the image of the horde of sheep going to the precipice. There's the abyss here. You see the mountain and it's like here, and you have the flock here, and the meh, and boom. And then there is a little black sheep here going the other way. Excuse me. And you're all the other one. Meh. So we are here currently. We have good methods. We mimic all the methods. We mimic all the content, and we are sure to go there. So we need people who start thinking. We need black sheep. We need people going in the other direction. That was my talk on the need for creative methodologies. To me, I see two types of dissertations. It's not an absolute. There are many more than two types, but maybe three. There are people who replicate totally the dissertation of somebody else. It exists, And there are people who use the methodology of somebody else because they don't trust their creative power. So they chose who they like to mimic, and they mimic just the method, but their topic is different, their results are different, but they mimic the methods. And there are the people that are very rare and often takes 1 year more, who create their own method, being creative, creating their own method. That, requires some guts, some power to push your agenda in a sense that you find your way and you have this assumption that it's correct, it's okay, and it will be okay with your committee. And then you go and you will show your committee. That's a defense dissertation. You defend your ideas, and then you'll be a winner. And that's being creative in terms of methods, and people will speak about it 20 years after. So deduction has been imposed as the only right way to do science and to be rigorous. During the last 20 years, 25 years, we started to see more and more inductive approaches, and they are valid. They are maybe less rigorous, more fuzzy, more messy, but they bring results that have lots of meaning to practitioners. But we don't do intuition yet. Intuition has not been repeated in a way that is considered valid. I think that's for possibly the next century. We'll use our intuition to improve education, be creative.
How official knowledge is used for control. What Michel Foucault named official knowledge, savoir, is blinding humanity on other possible visions of the world, For centuries, official knowledge, methods, and paradigms were used to control the mind of the masses. In the academia, for instance, categories are often considered absolutes rather than hypothetical constructs that support creative intuition. As well, research methods are contrived in a way that may prevent invention and innovation. For example, mathematics are built on a decimal basis which prevents scientists to find the basic geometric structures of the universe, geophysics laws, and of electromagnetics that would be discovered with a base 3 mathematical system. Aberrations like the variations of p would be solved. Large aspects of our history have been erased to maintain us in a comfort zone in which none of the crucial scientific questions are being asked. Archaeological discoveries are quickly censored when they do not fit with official knowledge. There is evidence around the planet of very ancient civilizations more advanced than ours. There is evidence of nuclear wars that occurred 8,000 and 10,000 years ago in the north of India and in Ecuador, northeast of Cuenca. There is evidence there have been other humanities living on Earth long before us. The way time is organized in modern society is engineered to enslave humans in a rat race. The Gregorian calendar contradicts the lunar calendar that our bodies intuitively feel, and this discordance maintains us away from cosmic rhythms, giving a sense of separation with what we would naturally feel good for us. Knowledge is manipulated by school programs, TV programs, medias that program our daily understanding of reality. Thus, infodemics are not new. It's a tool that has been used for generations to make sure populations obey, can be controlled, and act as sheep. Most people need guidance for their lives, but guidance becomes problematic when you give leadership to highly corrupt, unethical people. Accepting total surveillance goes to technological totalitarianism. It's fact. No need to rebel or to be angry. Only loving, massive civil disobedience can be effective.
Do you have any questions so far?